Rain hammered against the windows. A glass shattered. A waitress stumbled back, her hand instinctively protecting the tray, not herself. Strange. Across the room, a gang leader smirked. "Know your place," he said. But instead of fear, she reached for her phone. Calm, precise, and made one call. The restaurant sat alone on the highway, dim lights, chipped walls, quiet customers. Nothing special. Except cameras. Tiny ones. Almost invisible in the corners. And the waitress? She noticed everything. Her name was Amara. She moved efficiently, never rushing, never flustered. When a glass slipped earlier, she caught it midair. No one reacted. But one man did. He watched her closely, then looked away. The doors burst open. Loud voices. Heavy footsteps. Men walked in like they owned the place. At the center, Dante Black Viper Russo. Cold eyes. Expensive suit. Dangerous calm. The room shifted instantly. Customers looked down. The owner wiped sweat from his forehead. Amara? She didn't react. She simply adjusted a fork, slightly out of place on a table. As Dante sat, one of his men whispered, "Boss, something feels off here." Dante scoffed. "It's a dump." But his eyes flicked, just briefly, toward a corner camera. Amara approached the table. "What would you like?" Her tone was neutral. Too neutral. Dante leaned back. "Respect," he said. She didn't respond. A mistake. Or so it seemed. A drink arrived moments later. Dante took a sip, then suddenly slammed the glass down. "This is wrong." "It isn't," Amara replied calmly. Silence. Every head turned. Dante smiled slowly, dangerously. Then, slap. Amara staggered slightly. But she didn't fall. Didn't cry. Didn't react the way anyone expected. Instead, she glanced toward the window. Just once. As if checking something. Then she reached into her pocket. Pulled out her phone. Dante laughed. "Calling the police?" She shook her head. Softly. "No." She dialed. Put the phone to her ear. And said, "Package confirmed. Proceed." Then she hung up. The man who had been watching her earlier? He quietly stood. Walked toward the exit. No panic. No rush. Like he already knew what was coming. Dante stood up. "You think this is a joke?" His men surrounded her. One locked the door. Another flipped the sign to closed. But Amara didn't move. Didn't resist. She just stood there. Almost like she was waiting. Then, headlights. One beam through the rain. Then another. Then 5 more. Engines humming in perfect sync. The owner whispered, "Those cars, they've been passing this road all week." The door opened. Not kicked. Not forced. Opened. Controlled. Men in black suits entered. Disciplined. Silent. Not a gang. Something else. Something worse. The lead man stepped forward. Ignored everyone. Except Amara. "Ma'am." A slight nod. Respect. Real respect. Dante's smile faded. "What is this?" he asked. No answer. Only movement. His men were disarmed within seconds. Efficient. Clean. Professional. Dante struggled. "You have no idea who I am." The suited man leaned in. "We do." A pause. "And we've been waiting." Dante froze. Waiting. His eyes snapped toward Amara. "You," he said slowly. "You're not just a waitress." Amara stepped forward. The room felt smaller. Tighter. Controlled. She reached into her apron. And pulled out a badge. Flipped it open. Her voice changed. No softness. No hesitation. Only authority. Director Amara Okoye. A beat. Special Operations Division. Silence crashed over the room. Dante's face drained. "No, this place is nothing, it's just a front," she interrupted. His breathing stopped. She looked around the restaurant. The cameras you didn't notice. The staff rotations you ignored. The patrols outside you dismissed. A step closer. You didn't walk in by accident. A pause. You walked into an operation. Dante dropped to his knees. Everything clicked. "Too late. You planned this," he whispered. Amara didn't deny it. The SUVs disappeared into the rain. The restaurant fell silent again. The owner stared at her. "You've been here this whole time?" Amara tied her apron. Back to simple. Back to invisible. "Yes." She picked up a tray, walked past him, then paused. Without turning. Power doesn't always announce itself. A beat. Sometimes. She glanced slightly toward the hidden cameras. It watches. She walked away. Just a waitress again. Or so it would seem.